Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, hope you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIEVS Home School. This is Fatematuj, Johora, Assistant Teacher of Islamic Studies, National Ideal English Version School, Morning Shift. Today I am going to take a class for the students of class 8. Our today's topic is Chapter 2, Ibadat, and it is lesson number 8 and 9. We will talk today, or we will take the class about the Qurbani and Aqiqah. This is our today's topic. Now let's see about it, that the topic is chapter 2, lesson 8 and 9, and it is lecture number 10. HW number 8 you will receive through this class. Now come to your lesson, dear students. It is chapter 2, Ibadat, and lesson 8 it is Qurbani. You know the concept of Qurbani. It is Udhiya is the synonym word for the Qurbani. Okay, what is the synonym word of Qurbani? Udhiya, you can say it. In terms of dictionary meaning, the word stands for sacrifice, dedication, etc. These things are the word meaning of Qurbani, you can say. Okay, in which animals are sacrificed from the morning of the 10th of Zilhaj to the evening of the 12th in order to obtain the nearness of Allah. It is the definition of Qurbani. Okay. Okay, it is the main aim of Qurbani is to obtain the nearness of Allah or satisfy the Allah. Okay, the practice of Qurbani prevailing nowadays in being performed since the time of Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam. You know it before. So it is the story, the history of Qurbani is come from the story of Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam and Ismail alayhi salam. It is described also before and in Tirmizi and in several hadith, book of hadith, it is described also. Ibn Majah, Tirmizi, and about the Qurbani, many things are mentioned here. Nothing is dearer to Allah than the sacrifice on day of Qurbani. It is. Okay. That person will arrive on the day of Qiyamah with horns, hooves, and all the hair of the sacrifice animals, Qurbani's animals. Okay. The blood of Qurbani will reach Allah. Okay. And specifically to his dignified status before it drop on the earth. It is said, therefore purify yourself with the Qurbani. That means you have to purify yourself with the Qurbani, and the blood drop on the earth, it reach or it is status or dignified status before it drops on the earth. That means before sacrificing the animal, the dignity is reached to Allah. The heart, the condition of your heart, the aim, what is your aim by slaughtering the animal, it is reached to Allah. I said this here. Allah Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam again declared that despite capability, the person who has not performed the act of sacrifice should not go near the Idgah. Understand? Where the prayer of Eid is performed. Ibn Majah mentioned it is. That means if you have the capacity to do the Qurbani but you are not performing Qurbani, that means Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that he or she should not go near the Idgah. Okay, so it describes the significance of Qurbani. You can say these things. This to history of Qurbani. You know that the history of Qurbani comes from the story of Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam and Ismail alayhi salam. It is mentioned in Hadith and Quran also. About Surah Saffat, it is mentioned in Surah Saffat also, and it is mentioned in several verses, in verses of 102, in verses of 104, 5, it is mentioned several places. So you have to, you can know these things from here. Here Ismail said, my dear father, please do as you have been ordered to do. Okay, if Allah desire, you will find me as one of the patients. It is said by Hazrat Ismail alayhi salam to his father Ibrahim alayhi salam. Ibrahim alayhi salam deemed about that he is slaughtering his son Ismail alayhi salam, only one son, and he dreamed it several times, more than one times. That's why he saying the dream to his son Ismail alayhi salam, and Ismail alayhi salam said these things. This is the ayat of Quran, Surah Saffat. Okay, then Ibrahim alayhi salam done the things what said by Allah, and in place of Ismail alayhi salam, there was animal was slaughtered. Okay, this is the story of Qurbani. From the slaughtering, this slaughtering liked most to Allah. This examination, this sacrifice, this is of Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam liked by Allah. That's why it is done all over the world of Muslim Ummah. They are doing these things for the earning the satisfaction of Allah. Okay, this is the story of Qurbani, or history of Qurbani, you can say, and the principle and rules of Qurbani. There are some principles and sacrifice rules of Qurbani. Okay, if any person owns such wealth as being able to afford sacrifice during the period from Fajr of 10th of Dhul-Hijjah to the evening of the 12th, okay, it becomes wajib to perform Qurbani. The 10th and 11th and 12th Dhul-Hijjah are 3 days for performing Qurbani, or to sacrifice or to the slaughter animals. It is not appropriate to perform Qurbani before the prayer of Eidul Adha. Okay, it is not appropriate before the prayer of Eidul Adha. You are not allowed to perform Qurbani. The healthy domestic animals like goat, lamb, sheep, cow, etc. These are the animals of Qurbani. It can be. Okay. Now come to the number 5. It is number 5. The age of a goat for sacrifice is required to be at least 1 year. Okay, the age of the animal should be 1 year. Okay, not less than. And number 6, the meat of the sacrifice animal has to divide it into 3 portions. 1 portion or 1 share you have to distribute among the poor or destitute. Another portion you have to distribute among the relatives, and another portion you are allowed to eat these things. Okay, as it is also Qurban, Akika also the same thing. It is better to execute the sacrifice by one's own hands. Understand? It is better if you are able to do it. Number 8, the animals to be sacrificed has to be laying down by placing its head to the south facing Kaaba. Okay, saying Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. We have to sacrifice the animal with sharp weapon. Okay, these are some principles and rules and regulation of Qurbani. Now comes to the next lesson. It is lesson number 9. It is Akika. Okay, the concept of Akika is an Arabic word meaning to break, okay, to cut off, etc. Islamic terminology, Akika is a religious ceremony in which halal domestic animals is sacrificed for the welfare of a baby on the 7th day of the baby's birth in the name of Allah the Gracious. These are called Akika. Okay, so it is sunnah. It is sunnah to perform Akika here. It can become. It is important for you. These customs brings Allah's blessings and removes the ominous dangers and misfortunes of children. So it is sunnah to perform the Akika. Okay, now come to each newborn baby is affiliated with Akika on the 7th day of the children's birth. Okay, so you have to perform Akika on 7 days of children's birth. It is first, and our Prophet ﷺ has done his Akika himself as he was yatim. That's why. Now there are some to the patient and children are the dearest. It is better to carry out the following 4 activities on the 7th day of the baby's birth. It is very good. Okay, it is if you perform these things, dearest. Okay, to name the baby in accordance with Islamic Sharia, to shape the baby's head, to donate gold or silver equal to the wealth of the hair of the baby's head, to perform Akika. These are the activities should be done on the 7th day of baby's birth. Okay, performing Akika. So there are rules of performing Akika. There are some rules of performing Akika. It is if it is the boy baby, you have to, or the people or the person have to give. If it is goat, 2 goat you have to sacrifice by the name of Allah for the baby boy. Okay, and if it is girl, the girl baby, so you are allowed to perform or slaughter or sacrifice one goat. Okay, one goat, it is written here. Okay, so sacrifice 2 goats for a male child and 1 goat for a female child. It is Nasai mentioned in hadith. Okay, 2 goats or lambs in the case of a male children and 1 is the case of a female children are to be sacrificed for akika for a male, and it is saying several times the same things. Okay, the same animals allowed for Qurbani are also allowed for akika. The age limitation the animal for akika is the same as the Qurbani. It is same. Okay, like the meat of the animals of the Qurbani, same the meat of the akika can be distributed in 3 portions. Okay, in 3 portions, 1 for relatives, 1 for the poor destitutes, and 1 for you, the owner. Okay, distressed people, and with cooking. The skins of the animals is to be donated to the poor and the distressed. Okay, these all are about the akika. Okay, though that 2 things, Qurbani and akika, some things are matching here, some things are different here. So you have to read it at home very carefully. These are very important chapter for you, lesson for you in chapter 2. Okay, my dear students, I hope that you have understood your lesson today, and it is HW number 8. HW number 8, make 5 KBQ on lesson 8 and 9. So you have to make 5 KBQ on lesson 8 and 9. On these 2 lessons, you have to make 5 KBQ and write their answer. This is the HW number 8. I hope that you have understood your lesson today. So if you have any queries, you can ask me in your live class. That's all for today. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.